I'm doing really well. It's demon time in the UK at the moment.
We are having a time.
Great.
We are definitely having some sort of time, yes.
It is some time in the UK, and I really hope we can get you some sleep after this, but I really appreciate you being here for this.
I obviously I appreciate being reached out to. It's been a massive goal of mine to get on an event for GDQ. So being here is definitely an honor. So thank you so much for having me. Like I said, my name is Spen Speedruns. I'm from the UK. I'm a Devil May Cry speedrunner from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's allowed me to basically meet so many amazing people across the globe, one of which needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway, and that's Mr. Waifu Runs.
Thank you, my fan. Thank you. Hello.
Welcome to Devil May Cry 1, originally released in 2001. And did you know? Did you know? Did you know? This was meant to be Resident Evil 4. Bet you never heard that before, now have you?
The most well-known unknown fact.
True.
About this game.
True. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. But without that, we wouldn't have such a great series, and that includes 2. And I will die on this hill.
I'm right there with you. I am dying with you on that hill.
We will stand up here together. We will have it.
Yes,
I'm here for it too.
I won't stand for the slander. I won't stand for the slander no more. I can't do it. This is all collectibles. It's not your typical any %. All collectibles. We will do all 23 missions. We will collect all 44 blue orb fragments, complete all 12 secret missions, and we will also collect every weapon that's in the game. Being a character action game, this is going to be pretty much from start to finish. There's not that much downtime. There's a little bit here and there, so I'm going to leave most of this commentary up to Waifu. But if there's anyone else who has more hours in this game than other than myself, it's Waifu. So anything there is to know, anything there is to know about this game, one of us will know. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah.
So I'm locked and loaded, ready to go. Time will start as soon as I hit normal. So perfect. If we're all ready, we will do a quick countdown. Perfect. So we'll hit 3, 2, 1. And once you hear the iconic Devil May Cry, that's when we're getting into it. So in 3, 2, 1, Devil May Cry.
All right. Good luck, Spence. This will be a fun one. All collectibles is a really cool category. Basically, the goal is going to beat all 23 missions of the game while collecting all of the weapons and all of the blue orb fragments, or like heart pieces from Zelda. They increase your maximum HP, as well as completing all 12 of the secret missions, which are little side objectives that have you do gimmick things to also get a blue orb fragment. So there's the first one we got there. That one is very much like most of the ones we're going to see throughout the game, where you just have to go a bit out of the way, maybe do a little bit of extra platforming. And as we all know, you play Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry platforming is the peak. I know we had Celeste on the show earlier, but I don't think it could compete with the masterpiece that is these fixed camera precision platforming that we have here in Devil May Cry from 2001.
Yeah, no,
we're gonna have a lot of these.
To like really nail the
platforming is jank.
It really is, and like his Dante's jump is incredibly stiff. And if you're on the original PS2 version, it's on the triangle button,
which makes no sense. I mean, come on,
it really doesn't.
Who signed up for that tech meeting?
Actually, awful, but thankfully, we're not playing on PS2, we're playing on the PC, and with Spence here, knowing what he's doing, and it being 4:30 in the morning for him, we were going to try to beat it as fast as we can, even though he's an overachiever and wants to collect everything anyways. We'll see that he's collecting 4 blue orb fragments. Once you collect 4 of them, we'll get a complete upgrade of our maximum HP. Not going to come in handy too much here on normal difficulty. It is very possible to die. This game is hard, even on a normal difficulty, but Spence here has a lot of experience in the game, so I don't think we'll see that. No jinxes here. Hopefully he looks over at me as I say that.
Commentator's curse coming in.
But just because we're not going to die doesn't mean that we're going to do it super fast. There's a little bit more required than just not dying to go fast. In this game, it is very heavily reliant on the orb economy. You'll see these red things he's picking up. Those are red orbs, the currency of this game. At the end of all 23 missions, you get a rank, and that rank is determined by how much damage you took, how fast you beat the mission, and how many orbs you collected during that mission. We're going to be trying to get the highest possible ranks we can on the majority of missions. So in order to get the S rank, which we were really looking for, especially on the first 2 missions, Spence here needs to beat it without taking damage, ideally. Well, there's the damage, but he can still get the S rank. I jinxed it immediately. He can still get that S rank as long as he doesn't get hit 4 times. So he's gotten hit once. He's got a budget here of 3 more hits. He's going to play it safe and blast away with the blicky from afar, make sure he doesn't get that extra damage. So he needs 155 orbs collected on the top right there, and also to take less than 4 hits. And of course, it's a speed run, so the time requirement we will always blow out of the water no matter what. This is the last room of the first mission. So we're hoping to combo these marionettes to make it so they can't really play the game. Ideally, raise our style meter by doing varied attacks. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I thought you were about to get blasted there once again. So the amount of red orbs that enemies drop will actually increase the higher of a style rank you get when you kill them. So we killed that guy with an A and this guy with an S, so they drop a little bit more red orbs. Looks like he'll just barely squeak at the 155 mark. Should get an S rank on this first mission.
My chest.
The reason why... oh, just barely. Yeah. Very nice. Those are really hard to get. Beating the game, obviously difficult, but in a speedrun, you have to play better than just beating the game. You gotta play well, ideally. So we got that first S rank. That's huge. The reason that is impactful for the run is because it gives you additional bonus orbs that are going to be a huge boost to the economy. He got an extra 800 orbs for completing that mission with an S rank. Bring it into mission 2. We're really looking for an S rank on mission 1 and 2, so we could buy an ability for mission 3, Stinger. That's going to be used for movement throughout the run. On mission 2, it's a little bit more strict. We have to get a S rank, which means we need no damage here. The orb requirement isn't as strict. You don't need to have a perfect score in all 3 factors. You just need a total cumulative score of 1,000 on normal. Each of those 3 factors can give you up to 500. So let's say you did no damage and you beat the time requirement. That's 1,000. That's enough to get you an S rank, even if you collected no orbs. So the orb requirement on this mission is so high that it's not worth even trying to get some of the points there. So Spence here is going to be just going for no damage and the time completion. We're also going to get our first weapon here. That's an optional weapon, the shotgun, the GAT. This is not only useful because we need to get it for the category, but also it's a very, very strong weapon. And he's going to be meeting the Sin Scissors here, who like to fly through walls and be very annoying. And when you kill them, their scissors will fall to the ground, and those can actually hit you. So he's going to be on the lookout. He also collected Alistair, which is a new sword upgrade. Oh, nice, the double kill. Perfect. And didn't get hit by the falling scissor. Huge. You're going to get the S rank, securing that early game economy. Big. Equipping the GAT as well. Getting ready for mission 3. GAT gang. That's what I'm talking about. I'm here for the GAT gang. People, there's some detractors of the GAT in the chat. I see it, but
I used to be a detractor, and then I saw the light.
You saw the light. I mean, all collectibles, it makes sense. You got to pick it up anyways. But there you go. Second S rank. That gives us just enough money to be able to afford Stinger level 1 and 2. The orbs can be used to purchase items as well as abilities to upgrade our move sets. The first one here, Stinger, lets us move a lot faster. Also, it's really good for combat. We'll see him doing the classic "da" across the bridge. Iconic in DMC's speedrunning moment. Here on mission 3.
2016? Maxi?
2016 Maxi Lobes? Yeah, dude, the iconic.
10-year anniversary coming up soon.
That's crazy. We're all old.
That's crazy.
So mission 3, a little bit more strict than mission 1 and 2. I know we were trying to get the S ranks already, but we're looking for a special bonus on this mission. A special bonus is where I said before that you get an S rank if you get 1,000 points, right? But if you get 1,500 points, oh no! Oh my gosh, that was scary. If you get 1,500 points, a perfect score, then you get a special bonus, which gives you an additional 2,000 red orbs on top of the ranking bonus. So that is a huge economic boost. And in this speedrun, we're going to be going for a couple of those. This one is the most important one, but that requires that you do everything perfectly. So it needs all the orbs, perfect time, and also no damage. We have the first boss fight here, Phantom. This is where the no damage part's going to become a little bit harder. Phantom is a very scary boss, but Spence is going to make it look really easy. Nice, perfect fight, dude. Huge. That's a huge hurdle on the run. I'm sure you're very happy that
I'm very, very happy.
I'm glad to see Phantom annihilated, just because all I remember of my casual playthrough is just him just being tanky and me not being able to do enough damage to him. Like, please just die.
Phantom 1 is just such a big learning curve. I remember my playthrough from 2001, literally on the PS2 version. My God.
Yeah, he will filter some fools, that's for sure. That dude is wild. That would normally be the end of the mission, but we have to do our first secret mission here. These secret missions, there's 12 of them across the game. They're a little hidden. They all have these gimmicks that you have to complete, and once you complete that gimmick, you will unlock a blue orb fragment. So, of course, required for all collectibles. This one is the critical hits. The enemies in Devil May Cry 1 specifically are all a bit of a puzzle. They have their own puzzle elements to them, and the Sin Scissors here have a critical hit where if you counter their scissor, you can then insta-kill them with one shot. And if you do that, like Spence just did here, then you complete the first secret mission perfectly. Also important to note, I'm pretty sure that if you get hit there, you would lose a special bonus. So that is good that you did it clean like that. You'll see the special bonus here. Huge for securing the run. You'll see Spence now go to the shop and purchase a bunch of holy waters, because holy waters, item that you can use to instantly deal a ton of damage to everything in the room. For most normal enemies, it instantly kills them. This secret mission requires you to stomp out 100 spiders, but if you just use a holy water, you instantly kill all of them and complete the secret mission in like 1 second. Obviously very fast. The downside is using holy waters detracts from your rank. So if you use a holy water, it makes it harder for you to get an S rank. But we did a little bit of a glitch there. There's not many glitches in Devil May Cry 1, but there is one on the ranking system where if you save and then reload the save from the main menu after using a holy water, the holy water detractment from your rank goes away. So actually, he was punished for using that holy water, and then he was no longer punished by saving and then quitting to the main menu. Secret missions also add to the rank that you get. They help you get a better rank. But the bonus that you get from saving and quitting, or from doing the secret mission, does not go away when you save and quit. But the detractment from using the item does. So that allows us to like really cheese the ranking system in all collectibles to guarantee that we get some really good ranks. That is most seen on this mission because this mission has 3 secret missions on it. And so we're going to use a bunch of holy waters on this mission and not get punished for basically any of them, but get all of the bonus from using the save and quit glitch. So here we have another secret mission where he has to stomp out the spiders specifically. In the previous one, he could use a holy water, he could shoot them, he could use a sword. This one, he has to stomp them. And now he's just going to taunt the spiders to get some devil trigger back. I haven't explained that mechanic yet, but there's a lot going on in the early game, so I'll have to get to it later. Now we're in the hardest secret mission in the game. This is a secret mission that you only get one chance to do. If he dies here, then he will not be able to go back and try this again. He has to fight 3 shadows, one of the hardest enemies in the game, all at the same time. But the kitty's getting a bath. He's going to dump 2 holy waters on him, and that's going to instantly kill all 3 of them. And all he has to do is just not die. As long as he doesn't die, then he'll be okay. He's going to be able to do this and still get a good rank on this mission because of that save and quit glitch that we were doing earlier in the mission. But there you go, nice. Still keeping the no damage as well. We are also juggling all of those other factors. The orbs collected, the no damage, all the secret missions. There's a lot of math going on for how the ranking system works on this mission in particular. But it's been absolutely perfect so far, which is fantastic to see. Now that we have those 3 secret missions completed, we just have to go and fight the boss, Nello Angelo, which is actually Dante's brother Virgil, but brainwashed by the main bad guy, Mundus. But he's also going to get a bath. Dante is just like Oprah for holy waters in this game. You get a holy water. You get a holy water.
Everybody gets a holy water. You hear that, chat? Y'all get holy water.
Enough water for everybody.
Check under your seats of choice, chat. You'll find a holy water.
It is real and true. Nello here, you don't want to just dump a holy water on him instantly though, because he has a couple of different phases and those phases have cutscenes attached to them. So he's going to do just enough damage so that he doesn't get to the next phase. And then the holy water does just enough damage to kill him outright. So perfect mission for Spence there. Fantastic work, dude.
Thank you.
You got the special bonus on that mission. So he used 4 holy waters on that mission, but he still got the special bonus because that saving quit on top of playing perfectly gave him enough score to be able to do that. So huge bonus to the orb economy, and that orb economy bonus is going to allow him to purchase more upgrades and also more holy waters. It's kind of compounding where it's like the better you play, the faster you go, which allows you to play even better. This mission also going to get a special bonus. This one's really, really easy. The orb requirement is only 100 orbs, which that orb cache that he got there at the top is exactly 100 orbs. And then he just has to know damage. And that is the only required enemy in the room, in the whole level. He just killed it. So going to get another special bonus. My man, Spence, is absolutely rolling in dough. You love to see it.
Mission 5 in particular is such a high reset point when you're starting to learn this game, just because of that one shadow in particular. It's
we didn't talk about it, but the shadows, like you have to shoot them to reveal their core, and then hit their core to kill them, or you can jump on top of their little spear attack, and then shoot them enough times to kill them instantly. Spence here is doing that with the shotgun, which is even harder, but is a bit faster because you don't have to switch back and forth. We have now, okay, so a couple things to go over. On mission 2, he picked up Alistair, which is an upgrade to his sword. That allows him to activate what's called Devil Trigger. You see him with the runes underneath his health bar. When you do damage, take damage, or taunt, you build up Devil Trigger, and then that allows you to activate a second state where you do 2 times damage, your moves are faster, you regenerate HP, and you are like hyper armor and are way tankier. It also allows you to do special abilities that you can't do outside of Devil Trigger. Here we just saw him buy Vortex, which is the spinny move that he's now using to move really fast. That is the fastest form of movement in the game. The rest of the game's routing is going to be based around making sure you have as much Devil Trigger as possible so that you can do these Vortex movements all over the place. And so that's a lot of taunting at the right times and making sure you buy upgrades to the amount of Devil Trigger you can have and that sort of thing. You're making it hard on me to commentate, man. You're going so fast.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's perfect. I love it. It's fantastic. So we're on mission 7 now.
When we get a chance, could we just re-review what all collectibles actually means for folks who just joined?
Yeah, of course. This is a perfect timing for that. So all collectibles is all blue orb fragments, which means are all like heart pieces if you play Zelda. All weapons, and also all secret missions. Secret missions are these gimmick rooms that you have to do to collect a blue orb fragment. And the most painful secret mission, the epitome of all collectibles, is about to happen right now. Secret mission 5 is absolute garbage. Sick triple kill with the gap, though. Love to see it.
We do. But yeah, I want a word with whoever made this. I just want to talk.
Yeah.
I just want to talk.
Just a conversation. Like, why do you hate us? Why did you do this? So the gimmick for the secret mission is these 2 enemies, the Clyclops, the rock spiders. They have these attacks where they shoot rock balls at each other. And so you have to kill one of them entirely with friendly fire damage. So not only is them doing the attack random, but their health is also random. And so you basically just jump between them and pray that they hit each other. And so this could take a really long time, or it could go by really, really fast. It's essentially completely random, and it's awful. I often say this game is almost a perfect game. This is like one of the 3 flaws, actually. The secret mission is just atrocious. Thankfully, it's the only really bad one in the game, I think. So once it's over, it's over. We can all, get in a circle and trauma bond over the experience. But until then, we got to get past it. And they hurt too. These guys are rough. If they hit you with those rock balls or slam on top of you, you could definitely die. Also, there's a good meme where like they'll push each other out of bounds sometimes, which is hilarious. And hopefully we don't see that because that sucks. But yeah, there we go. Nice. Easy clap.
There we go.
Get out of there.
Run.
Free. free from Secret Mission 5. When doing like world record attempts or like PB attempts of this category, the run does not start until after that Secret Mission is over. Like, just nothing matters up to that point. So we are coming up on another boss fight here in a second on Mission 8. This game loves to have you fight the same boss 3 times. We have fought Hallway Phantom a couple times, and we fought the first Phantom. Now we're going to fight our final Phantom fight on the roof. This fight is actually much more consistent than the other fights because he always opens with the same exact thing. The other fight, he actually has a bit of luck involved with this pattern, so it makes it hard to adapt. We are going to be doing the same technique, though. I didn't get to explain it beforehand. Basically, when you do a downward slash in this game, the higher you fall from, the more damage it does. And if you do a double jump, it does 2 times damage. And if you have Devil Trigger active, that does 2 times damage. On top of that, hitting the spider in the abdomen also does 2 times damage. So you do 8 times damage on this attack and can kill the boss in 3 hits. Fantastic fight.
That's a lot of damage.
There, that was perfect. Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
My boy is killing it. This has been a fantastic run so far. This is the normal difficulty. Yeah. You might be thinking, wow, my sword doesn't hit like that. You're right, because you gotta do some specialty to get it going like that. But this has been pretty solid of a run so far. The route's looking really clean. We just got the grenade gun. So you are one of those people that's like, man, the guns in Devil May Cry 2. I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you, but grenade gun. Like, this thing is absolutely insane. Completely and utterly busted. So not only does the grenade gun do insane damage to basically everything in the game, but it also gives you about 1.5 stocks of Devil Trigger per time you hit an enemy. So we are going to be using this, honestly, to kill enemies really fast, but to also farm Devil Trigger as much as possible. We're going to be trying to Vortex as much as possible because that's really fast, and then refill that with some taunts, some grenade guns, occasionally some stingers. God, you were flying through this game, man.
I'm really happy with how it's going so far, and I'm not going to say that again because curse.
yeah, we don't want to curse anything here, but
it has been a pretty fantastic run so far. So Vortex, this move that he's doing right here, normally it auto locks onto enemies, which makes it not very good for movement, but you can actually cancel the lock on manually by holding the right trigger. You can only do that with a couple of moves in this game, but Vortex is one of them, thank goodness, because it is extremely useful. You'll see him use that to fly away and past enemies that otherwise he would lock onto. You can also do it with Dive Kick. Fun fact, in DMC2, you can do it for every move in the game. Actually, super useful. But okay, here we are going to collect our other main weapon. This is going to be Ifrit, the Fire Gauntlets and Greaves. Normally you're supposed to do a big platforming thing, but we're going to skip it with some more platforming. Nice little jump there. The Ifrit skip. And then we are fighting Griffin. Griffin is the big bird. And we're not going to see very much of him because his Spence is like already done. You can just skip the boss.
I've had my fill for this. I had KFC the other night. I'm good.
You're good. You don't need any more chicken. Well, you'll get more chicken later. So yeah, the only thing that you need to leave that arena is Ifrit. You need Ifrit to open the door, but you collect Ifrit before you actually get to the boss fight. So when the boss fight happens, you can just open the door and leave. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. And of course, it's a speedrun, so that's faster than fighting the boss. Now we're in the forest here. This area is one of the more technical sections. We're not going to be here long enough for me to explain it, really. But just know that these marionette spawns are random, and adapting to where they all spawn in and at what timing is really difficult. And Spence is, of course, absolutely nailing it, ending right by the door, which you'd love to see. And leaving with Devil Trigger. That's a huge thing, is like, you always want to leave every combat encounter with as much Devil Trigger as possible. You'll see him doing a technique there called a DT flash, or a grenade launcher flash. That's where when you do an attack in Devil Trigger, it does more damage, but the amount of Devil Trigger that you gain from an attack hitting an enemy is calculated based on how much damage it does. So he could do something like have Devil Trigger active, shoot the grenade gun to make it do more damage, and then deactivate it before it hits the enemy, and then get a ton of Devil Trigger. This would give him like 4 runes of Devil Trigger in one shot. So by managing it correctly like that, he'll be able to basically keep Devil Trigger infinitely, even though he only has like a third of what your maxed out potential could be for it. This mission is mission 10. Absolute run killer for lots of reasons. Hopefully we won't see why it could be so bad. But basically, more Zelda inspiration. We got some Lost Woods. We have to follow this light to the end of the room. There are 2 options for each room, and the light will choose 1 or 2 of the options based on vibes, basically. But the light will go into an enemy, and then once you kill the enemy, it'll progress. If you choose the wrong door, then it'll send you all the way back to the beginning of the mission. But by killing the enemies at the right times and the right orders, we can guarantee that the light goes to certain directions, so he knows where to go and doesn't have to wait for the light to catch up. Now at the end, he's going to dump 2 more holy waters on these Cyclops, so he doesn't have to fight them. Actually, just 1 holy water on normal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we are done with the mission. That one is really technical. There's a lot of luck involved with how the enemies behave. So making sure that you keep it really fast, regardless of what luck you get, is super huge. This is the shortest secret mission in the game. It's like 1 second long. Blink and you'll miss it.
There you go.
Very fast. Love to see it. At this point, we have a lot of the stuff that we need. We have like half the weapons that we're supposed to collect. We have done about half the secret missions. We have a lot of our moves. The orb economy is pretty set in stone. Things are looking up and looking good. At this point, we're mostly going for speed. So you won't see Spence going for a whole lot of extra orb caches. If he takes damage, it's not the end of the world. There are, of course, optimal routes for like no damaging basically the whole game. But we're gonna see some things that are like this is a good example, right? Like this is a small optimization. You kill all the blades in this room and it drops in a blue orb fragment. But because his route is so good, he could just holy water them. And so that instantly kills all the enemies in the room, and then we're flying. So at this point, we're not gonna like miss any tricks or skips or anything crazy if we don't get perfect routing. But what we do miss out on is small stuff like that. Being able to use an item here or there, or like having Devil Trigger for a room or 2. And this game is very, very optimized at a high level. So those things add up really, really fast. Obviously for a showcase like this, it doesn't matter quite as much, but love to see some optimal play. And we also love to see Nello Angelo taking a bath. This bro stinks. The double dose to double it and pass it to the next one. And the next one was also him. It's just a couple missions later. Hardest jump in the game? High key?
Literally, like, come
Is it actually, there you, oh, yeah.
Like we said earlier, whoever made Secret Mission 5, whoever made that jump, whoever in the community it was, I just want to talk, man. Let's just have a word, bro.
Yeah, the funny thing about that jump is, so there's an ability that you get in this game called air hike. I say you get, but you don't actually get because it's slow and really expensive. But like you used to get it. It basically just gives you a double jump. So stuff like that, like completely free. But of course, at some point we routed it out, right? And so that jump was actually like the biggest hurdle for routing it out. It's like, how do you get up here without it being awful? The spoilers, like the solution is you just get good, and it's always awful. It's never not awful.
Yeah.
But
pick a god and pray. Right.
Yeah. We got Spance actually did buy air hike here, so that's cool. We will get to see it a bit. Picking up also an untouchable, really important item. Main items you have in this game are vital stars. You hopefully won't see Spence use any of those. You start with one of those. That gives you more health. Devil stars, which refill your devil trigger. You just picked up one of those. You definitely will see that. And then holy waters, of course, to kill enemies. Perfect example here is we're going to be holy watering this death scythe. This one's really precise because you have to actually get the holy water to hit twice. If it only hits once, it won't kill because death scythes have a stopgap on their HP. They can't go to 0 in one hit. But perfect execution there. And we'll come back to the untouchable in a second because we got a really cool quick kill here. Shout out to Dizzy. Hopefully we'll see it here. 2 grenade guns, perfect. 2 grenade guns with a stinger, stabbing the bird in the face, putting the fork in that KFC, and then the holy water kills.
And
fantastic.
It's done. Stick a fork in it, it's done.
It's done. And so that last item that we just picked up, an untouchable, basically what it does is it makes you invincible for the duration, for like 25 seconds or something, like a really long time, and gives you unlimited devil trigger for the whole time. So a very, very useful item. You can only purchase one at a time. The game will not let you buy more than one, even if you have enough money. But you can pick up untouchables across the game. There's a couple spread out. We just picked up one there. I believe that's going to be the only one he's going to pick up. But you will definitely see that used later. Comes in clutch, especially when you don't have to care about your ranks. The further we get in the run, the less we care about the ranks, because we have established all of our main bread and butter things that we need, and we can just start focusing on just going fast, especially in a run like Spence's here, where it's going really well. Like, he's getting all of his ranks. He's executing it fantastic. Love to see that. Oh yeah, the underwater section, everyone loves to complain about it. It's a little bit longer in all collectibles. We got to go out of our way to collect another blue orb fragment here. It's a bit out of the way. This is like way more robust than it looks, actually. Like, you play the underwater level and you're like, man, this sucks. Like, but it sucks, but it's got more depth than you think. There's actually like 2 different control styles. You can lock on and strafe, as well as like quick turn, and yeah, like it's a little bit more sophisticated than you think, which is very useful because you are going to play it a bit more. There is a secret mission that we're going to go do that's back in the underwater section. We couldn't have done it on that previous mission because it only appears now in this intermission. And this is easily the biggest underwater section. Essentially, the secret mission is going to require him to kill a whole lot of blades underwater. He just did that a little bit in the previous mission, but we have to do it with a lot more of them now. Fun, not so fun fact about Devil May Cry: the faster you press the shoot button, the faster you shoot. So this is actually one of those sleeper sections where matching really hard saves quite a bit of time, actually, because you shoot a lot faster if you mash really hard. Shout out to Turbo Controllers.
My homie RSI showing its face in the chat.
Yeah, for real. So what happens here doesn't actually matter too much because he's in an intermission. Intermissions are like playable sections of the game that happen between missions. So if he takes damage here, it's not affecting any rank that he could possibly get.
Apologies, a little bit of a jump scare there by the last blade.
Oh my god.
God damn.
So he's also going to use that to our advantage. We're going to do a bit of a save and quit, I believe, to teleport back. Just saves a couple seconds of movement. It's going to be one more big save and quit after that. That one's not going to manipulate any of the ranks, but it is going to just teleport him back to this area. And since he saved the game, it saves that he has completed that secret mission and also collected the blue orb fragment, which is pretty big. There's one more blue orb fragment, and then we're on to mission 14. Look at how big his health is at this point. I think Bro has probably taken like 1/10 of that health bar in damage the entire run. And it's just going to keep getting bigger.
Aim before I die at Nightmare 3. I'm just saying it right now.
Nah, you're fine. You got it. Don't worry. You're doing holy water strats. Unlosable. You'll be chilling. So Vortex, the spinny move, not only is the fastest way to move, but it also gives you invincibility frames while you use it. So you'll see that here. These spikes that come out of the floor can't hurt Spence as long as he is spinning in Vortex. Super, super useful for when you're trying to reduce damage and also go through things that are kind of just in the way. As we get further into the game, these collectibles are going to get farther and further, few and further between. We see a bit more here. But the next big section with a lot of out-of-the-way stuff that you wouldn't normally see like an 80% will be the next mission, mission 15. Mission 15 is quite a bit longer. That room we were just in with the spikes is going to have a secret mission in it, but you have to backtrack all the way there from like 3 more rooms further on. We'll see that save and quick glitch once again there, and it's going to be really, really useful in that section because not only will it skip the backtrack, but also will manipulate that ranking system. And of course, we'll fight Griffin once again for the 3rd time on mission 15. He is guarding a blue orb fragment this time, so it's personal for all collectibles runners. Yeah, so we'll see it right at the start here. Spencer's just going to turn immediately around and be like, oh yeah, I forgot. Unfortunately, the secret mission doesn't show up earlier, so you do have to do the backtracking. But yeah, that save and quit, super, super huge. It's a bug. It's not supposed to do that, but very, very useful. Actually, it's fantastic for this category in particular because there is a second element to the save and quit glitch that I haven't talked about yet, which is if you beat a mission that did secret missions and then you save the game on the mission results screen and then you quit to the main menu and load it in, the bonus points you got from completing that secret mission transfer to the next mission. And so that makes it really easy to like stack your points across missions and basically make it impossible to not get an S rank. And so if you're doing a reset run or you're doing like a marathon run, that could be super, super useful because he could have guaranteed a special bonus on like missions 5, 6, 7, like throughout as many as he needed to make sure that he could show off the route the way he wanted. Fortunately, Spence, the Giga Chad here, doesn't need to do that because he just played perfectly. But epic backup. Here we have another 3 shadows that need to be killed. Double holy water. First holy water releases the core. Second holy water kills them all. Then he collects it and saves and quits. This will teleport him back to where mission 15 started. I believe it also gives you back your devil trigger.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Which is even more useful. Yeah.
Yeah, where the save and quit glitch comes in, the devil trigger that you have when you first entered the room or started the mission is what you end up with.
You just use it all for free. You just get it back. Super nice. So here at mission 15, there are 2 paths you could take to unlock the boss, the left or the right path. You see Spence here taking the left path. That's because it has a holy water here and also a blue art fragment. We'll have to see them do both paths because the second path also has a blur fragment, but it only has a blur fragment if you already went to the other path. So he goes to the left one first and then to the right one because it's easier to get the right one's blur fragment. And you also saw that he collected a huge amount of orbs there. There's a hidden orb cache inside of a vase that has 1,000 orbs. That plus the save and quit glitch and doing the secret mission is going to make it really easy. You should be getting a special bonus. Oh wow, nice vortex. Fantastic line.
We love that.
Should make it pretty easy to get the special bonus on this mission. Yeah, the blur fragment only appears if you jump from there. Oh, we're going to see the fiery special. Oh, the triple jump. That was sick.
We love the fiery special.
The fiery, shout out to Fiery for that strat. That's really cool. If you fling an enemy in the air with high time and then jump off of the enemy, you can then also wall jump. So it allows you to triple jump, and that allows you to just jump right up there without having to activate the platforms. Very cool. There's another strat like that on mission 4 that you do with the marionettes, but you only see this one in all collectibles.
I've not routed it into 100% yet, to be fair.
Good. 100% is a cool category. So the difference between 100% and all collectibles, so we're doing all collectibles for those who may have missed it or don't know what's going on. Listen up, because I'm gonna tell you. Basically, all collectibles means all of the things that you can collect. Hope that helps. No, basically it's all the missions being completed, but also all of the secret missions. There's 12 secret missions, and also all of the heart pieces or blur fragments and all the weapons. So we are collecting every single weapon and getting every single collectible. The difference between that and 100%, this is a fantastic strat, very cool. Using the auto lock-on of the vortex to fly up to the top and grab the blur fragment. The difference between that and 100% is in 100% you also have to S rank every mission.
Yeah.
And you also have to buy everything in the shop. So the main difference there is that you can't use items nearly as much in 100% because the items punish you on the ranking system, which makes it harder to get an S rank, of course. But also the things in the shop are really expensive. So if you're spending all your money on holy waters, for example, even if you get all the S ranks, you won't be able to purchase everything. And so that makes 100% a very no reset, unfriendly run. Like you don't want to do it for a marathon or something like that. Because I mean, Spence is getting pretty much every S rank here, but he's going to have nowhere near enough money to purchase all of the items at the end of the run.
You know, I actually routed out DMC2 100%. Would you like to know how many orbs is required for that?
I would. Please tell me. That's so many upgrades now that I think about it. Oh my god.
It's like 200k.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. The fact that you have to buy sometimes the same move over and over and over again, depending on what weapon you're using, is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like every sword is level 3 to 4, every gun's level 3 to 4, and they increase in price every single time. It is stupid economy.
Would you like to buy your double jump a million times?
Oh yeah, that would be DMC3, but that
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Actually, DMC1 is unique in the way that it's like the only game out of the trilogy that you can buy everything in one playthrough. Like you just even if you do everything perfect in DMC3 and DMC2, I'm pretty sure you just can't.
Oh, today
like there's just not enough orbs. Yeah. So DMC1 you can though, actually pretty handily if you play like everything perfectly. But yeah, we'll definitely see you being able to purchase every ability in this run. But the kicker is the blue orbs actually from the shop. They get insanely expensive really fast. Mission 16 here, best mission in the game, my personal favorite. Has my favorite boss fight on it. And also a pretty cool secret mission. You'll notice that most of the secret missions are just like somewhat gimmicks, like do this platforming section, jump on these skulls or whatever. But they also love to recycle the kill 3 shadows. And we've done that twice. This time, we're not gonna be able to just dump holy waters on them the whole time because they're spread across multiple rooms, which would make that insanely inefficient. So instead, we're gonna have to actually fight them. Tragic. But before we do that, we're gonna fight Nightmare. Nightmare, my favorite boss, absolute banger. We're gonna hopefully, I'm just gonna let you lock in for this and then I'll explain it afterwards. Because it's really complicated and also insanely difficult. It's open for a quick 1 cycle here. You got that, right? Truly. Yeah, nice. Let's go. Nice 1 cycle. Perfect fight there. So Nightmare is a really interesting boss because he's a nightmare if you don't know what you're doing. He's very, very knowledge gated. Essentially, he's a big blob and he will just stay a blob forever unless you hit the dials on the walls. And hitting those dials on the walls will turn him into basically like a rock. He looks like a little rock monster. And he, from there, is completely scripted. He will always do the same things depending on where you are in the room. He's entirely deterministic, but he feels super random because it's really hard to control what's happening when the game is kind of clunky. But he has 2 cores. It's kind of like how shadows have cores, where when you shoot them enough, they'll show them and then you damage them directly and that's what kills them. He has a core on his back and a core on his butt. And those 2 cores are separate things. You do damage to those cores and that does damage to the boss, but the cores also have their own health. And so if you damage the cores too much, they'll break. They start off blue, and then when they break once, they go to green, and then they break another time and they go to red. And every time they break, they get more damage resistance, and the boss gets more aggressive. So that makes it really, really important that you route out how you fight the boss in a very particular way. Otherwise, you can get really screwed over later in the game. That's because there's 3 times that you fight Nightmare, and those cores actually transfer over across boss fights. So Spence here did a 1 cycle where he used the Ifrit punches and then a holy water on the back core, and that breaks the back core to green. So when he fights Nightmare on mission 18 in the future, that back core is already gonna be green. Or wait, does it not break if you use the holy water? Is that what it is? I can't remember. I haven't used the holy water shots in a minute.
It's very nuanced. I'm confused.
I can't remember. That's an older strat.
Oh, never mind. Apparently, I didn't kill all of the shadows.
Oh, you left before the shadow died?
I'm definitely sure that I didn't, but it's an L. We just gotta take.
Yeah, you must have left before the shadow died, or something. and then it didn't count. That sucks. But yeah, so then he fights when he fights Nightmare again in the future, the boss is going to be harder. And so the way that you fight the boss affects how difficult the future boss fights are going to be. So if you mess up the strategy, you have to be very careful to save it in a particular way. Otherwise, you'll get to mission 20 near the end of the game, and he's way harder. If you get like two red cores on Nightmare, that is brutal.
Yeah, I know many casual playthroughs that got dunked on just because, obviously, we didn't know much about Nightmare when the game first came out. We didn't know how the cores and all that worked, like Waifu's just explained. You just play the game. And then you get to mission 20, and you're on that mission with the final Nightmare fight, and all of a sudden he's taking 5% of the damage he was taking in mission 15. And there's no explanation.
It's absolutely brutal. But you can quickly one cycle him on normal with a nice holy water. You can also do it without a holy water. That's a bit of a newer strat. That's a lot harder. So you see Spence here going for the tried and true. It can be really bad if Nightmare goes wrong. So it is definitely best to err on the side of caution here. Go for some safer strategies. You'd like to see it. It's a good save though with the shadows. Quick cleanup there. On to mission 17, Mr. Moneybags.
Rolling in it. Somehow.
Yeah, rolling in it. We're running out of secret missions here. Like, we were doing a lot really fast, but this is one of the last ones here. Here we see the Untouchable. He doesn't have to worry about taking damage here, but the unlimited double trigger for a long period of time is going to be really useful. What he has to do in the secret mission is collect the blue orb that's floating in the air, and the easiest way to do that is to fly there. With the amount of double trigger that he has with his purple orbs, it's definitely better to just use an Untouchable, especially because he's just going to save it, quit, and reload, and that's going to remove the penalty of using the Untouchable from the mission rank. So he basically gets to just use it for free and collect that item and go about his way.
I think the penalty for using an Untouchable is the biggest penalty you can get. I think it's like
it's
full
like
500.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of going from beating it under the time requirement to being like more than 5 minutes slower than the time requirement. It's like that. It's a big deal. So that helps a lot. Here we're going to see Ifrit. So dump a holy water on him and then do some charged punches. Oh. Kamiya with a new trick up his sleeve every run. Oh,
that is different, huh?
Kamiya's pulling out some crazy ones today. Did it crash?
We should be fine. Well,
I will say that is cursed. However, absolutely perfect timing as you just did saving quick glitch. So you literally just made a save.
Yeah, you can't ask for better timing on that. All right, so you can't time a crash any better than that. Like immediately after a save and quit, honestly. So we are going to work to get that back up. But Waifu, why don't you tell me a little bit about your history with the game? Because you've been on Out of the Box before with the Tea Tree, with the series before. So I would love for you to tell Chad like what your history looks like with this game. Actually, I'm just going to be right. I can't hear Waifu. So, hi, chat. I did not realize that I was cut off from everyone else, but I want to thank you all for being here and for handling these tech breaks really well. We were schmooving through that game. The run has been incredible up until the crash all of a sudden, but honestly, that's just kind of what happens with live showcases sometimes. You just roll with the punches, do what you can as best you can. And I just want to thank everyone who is here for supporting GDQ with your subscriptions and your gift subs, your bits cheered, and all of your contributions help keep our shows running. So if you are enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes. We've got a ton of GDQ spins for you, and free viewing and access to chat during replays. You can also always support the stream by sharing the Games Done Quick channel with your friends. And you can also check us out on YouTube. So if you want to catch up on past Hotfix shows, including Out of the Box, which is one of our shows that if you could play the game right out of the box with no extra setup, no weird controller or keyboard rebinds, no New Game Plus or anything like that, no special like down patching, anything like that. If you can do a speed run of a game like that, that is what is best for out of the box. So it's really just a big accessibility boon of like highlighting games that can be run literally out of the box. You can always catch up on past Hotfix shows like Out of the Box, special events, or GDQ marathons over on youtube.com/Games Done Quick. So if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, you should absolutely like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications to stay up to date with GDQ. If you're watching this on Twitch, you're wonderful. And thank you for checking us out while we're live. All right. I think we are ready to go into back into Devil May Cry. So go ahead and take it away, Spence and Waifu.
Welcome to the latest episode of That's Never Happened Before.
Yeah, my favorite.
History. I have got 3,000. I'm looking at my Steam page. I've got 3,472 hours on the Devil May Cry HD collection, and I have never seen that in my entire life of playing this game. However, we move on. Luckily, we did the save and quick glitch that Wifey spoke about, so we are literally maybe like 10 seconds behind where we were. So we can literally pick it up where we left off. So I'm going to do a quick countdown, and then we're going to go straight back in with mission 17. So if we can restart the timer, please, in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
There we go. Just had an old Kamiya, director of the game. He just hates to see people succeed. He did he reflected his bald head off the sun to create a solar flare or something and crash your game.
What's it like? That whole thing about I think it's like magnetic rays or something like that can affect NESs and such.
Yeah, it flipped a bit and crashed his game or something. He saw one too many holy waters used, and he's like, I don't know, man, you should use Nightmare Beta more.
God damn.
You honestly can't time a crash better than right there.
Yeah, that's perfect. Great job, Spence. Excellence in all forms.
Entirely planned. It's all part of the process.
Scripted chaos. Love to see it. So there's the Frost taken to Pound Town with Ifrit. Dunzo. They have a lot of health, so one holy water doesn't kill them instantly. So the holy water plus some Ifrit punches to finish it off. And then we are visited by the dinosaur. It's definitely a dinosaur, not a dragon. You can't convince me otherwise. We reflect the fireballs back with some sword swings, and then in between the fireball reflects, going to collect that because it is an auto-scroller waiting for the fireballs. Perfect. Very clean. Love to see that. And then we are going to crank that soldier boy to keep true to our Resident Evil roots and do a little bit of a light puzzle. It's a light puzzle because there is very light brain power needed to solve it, and also it involves light. They say just destroy your controller to beat the game. That is the Devil May Cry 1 special. Spin the stick, mash the button.
It's destroy your controller or destroy your wrist.
Yeah, one of the two. Whichever one goes first. This room normally has a platforming puzzle where there's lightning, and the lightning makes it so that you can see the platforms. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, skill issue, you could just double jump up to the top. You don't need to do any of that. You don't even need the double jump, you can wall jump. They didn't test that, I don't think. They were like, nah, this is tall enough, right? Yeah, that'll be fine. It wasn't tall enough. And then we are going to come to our final encounter with Nello Angelo, the 3-time champ of taking a bath. Back at it once again, and now with one more bath to take. Ironic, you holy water the first one once, and then the second one twice, and then the third one 3 times.
I gotta say, like on harder difficulties, Dante must die. For the speed run especially, I love Nello 3.
It's fun. It's cool. It's a fun fight.
A good fight. To be able to, especially when you're using it in like a showcase as well, to be able to show how we can manipulate the AI, we can loop them, we can we can cancel our own animations. It literally just shows exactly what we can do with this game and how much we can break it apart.
Yeah, it's really cool. Instead, here we just dump holy waters on them. But
because that's all you need. You just need need to hydrate. That's all you need.
Yeah.
On that note, if you
items are more
hydrate.
expensive. Yeah, please do. Drink some water. It's good for you. Maybe stretch.
Yeah, chat.
But on the higher difficulties, the items are more expensive, so you can't use them as much.
I'd like chat to check under their seat for their designated holy water, because everyone gets a holy water, and hydrate, please.
Yeah, exactly. They handed them out. This is unfortunate, chat, but this is our last underwater section. We're not going to get to be underwater for the rest of the game. Tragic. You hate to see it.
Such.
Wait, are you doing the air hike strat, or are we going underwater here? No, I lied.
No.
I lied. Fake news. This is the last underwater section. It's actually very mildly faster to do this section without making it underwater, but the platforming is very hard. It's like a small time save.
It's like, who put platforming in my action game? Like,
yeah, right.
I was gonna say, I really appreciated just how, like, no, like that just like, no, I am not doing this.
Oh, it is too early in the morning for that.
Oh my goodness. So I am not awake enough for this nonsense.
So we're coming up on the second nightmare fight. Second nightmare fight is more of the same. Going to be doing that same quick kill strategy. The charged Ifrit punches are really, really good on Nightmare because they don't break his core very fast, and they do a lot of damage. Cool thing about the Ifrit punches is they take, I think 57 frames to charge, which is almost a whole second. Game runs 60 FPS. But you can let go of those punches at 50 frames and they do full damage. So you can actually get a lot higher DPS by letting go of those punches a little bit earlier, which allows you to just barely get in enough time to be able to do that holy water. The amount of time that he has that core out and vulnerable isn't actually very long. So if you are too slow with the punches and you don't pre-charge them correctly, or you don't let go of them early enough, then that holy water will actually do no damage. And so not only do you waste the holy water, but now you haven't killed the boss. And we're not going to see that because Spence is just a Chad. So
when the game likes to work.
True. We're on mission 19, and there's only 23 missions, so we're coming up on the end. We're also running out of things to collect. There is a weapon that a lot of people miss when they play this game that we're going to collect here. It's called Nightmare Beta. It is pretty garbage, so we're not going to use it all, but we got to pick it up because that's the category. Normally, you get this weapon on mission 15. And on mission 15, when you do both sides, where he collected the blue orb fragment on both sides, right? If you complete that whole section, you on the second side will get Nightmare Beta. But it's a lot faster to just wait till here and pick it up on this bed because it only takes like 3 seconds to pick it up here, and it takes a lot longer to pick it up on the other section. So we just wait till now. And that's all of our weapons collected. That's fantastic. We also only have 2 more blue orb fragments to collect. They're both in this room. So once we get both of these, then we'll only have 1 secret mission to do, and we'll have 1 blue orb to collect. And that'll be all of the collectibles. So there we go. We know we didn't miss any of the blue orb fragments because we got 4 of 4 there. There's none left, so that means we must have maxed out. Here we have nobodies. They love to laugh in your face. They can be really scary. They've been annoying. They like to do kind of whatever they want, but they're very weak to the grenade gun, as is everything in this game, because I don't think they tested it at all. But they are especially weak to DT grenade gun. You do 3 times damage instead of just 2, like you do for most things. And like most things, they can be completely stun locked by just spamming grenade gun and rolling to cancel the animation of the recovery. We'll see Spence here just has to get back across the bridge now, and we'll be ending mission 19 and heading into mission 20, which is Nightmare 3. One of the scarier moments in the run. All of those previous Nightmare fights are building up to this. The cores being changed are going to be affected here. And this fight has another additional phase that normally isn't in the other two boss fights. It's got a bit of a last stage desperation phase.
I will say if anyone's wearing headphones, there is a volume warning for this next fight.
Yeah, it's pretty loud. But we're going to hopefully skip that phase. That's the idea here. We'll see if Spence can pull it off. I'm sure he will. Using that vortex to activate the dial to make him turn into a vulnerable state instantly, and taunting to build Devil Trigger. The grenade gun also builds a ton of Devil Trigger, even if you're just shooting something that doesn't take damage. So we do that and get some punches off. Dump a holy water on him. It's just simple dilution, you know. If he's a puddle, you just add water, you know. Oh, he's on the ceiling. Unlucky. Unfortunate. We gotta wait for him to come down from the ceiling. Oh, locked in the cage. Vortex is good for that. There you go. Got out of it. All good. So you see that Nightmare's almost dead, but once that health bar goes away, there's another health bar that comes out with the additional phase. But if you just do enough damage right now, he'll die. Perfect. So it just skips that entirely. Perfect fight there. Besides getting trapped in the cage. The perfect quick kill, I should say. And then we have the final secret mission, which is really hidden. It's just in a wall. And it is essentially just following these maze tunnels and killing some nobodies. And then there's going to be a little mini boss at the end here. There's the last blue orb fragment. And this one is not going to give us a blue orb fragment. It's going to give us the Bangle of Time, which is really cool. A lot of people don't know this exists in the game either. If you've ever played Devil May Cry 3, Quicksilver is an ability you get in that game. Lets you slow down time at the cost of your Devil Trigger. That's exactly what Bangle of Time is, actually. It does the same thing. Yeah, it's really cool. It's not super useful, and you get it really at the end of the game. Yeah. So it's not used in any speedrun categories, but very cool. It doesn't work on bosses, but with normal enemies, it completely freezes time, not just slows it down. Like, they literally can't move. Pretty cool. But in order to get it, we got to kill a couple of nobodies. We can use air raid to break their mask and make them small, and then just farm them with some Stinger grenade gun, building up the Devil Trigger back so that we can use Vortex in the next room.
Just do a little bit of an aura farm whilst we've got the chance.
Yeah. And then here we're going to see a really cool trick called Cosmo Climb. This is a different variation of it, but for the secret mission. When you do Vortex, it auto-locks onto enemies, right? But if the enemy's above you, you'll go flying straight up. And then you can override the lock-on when you pass the enemy to just keep going up. So you can skip this whole platforming section that normally has you fight a couple of frosts and just fly right to the top of the room. We'll actually be doing that 2 times in this mission. Once there on the secret mission, and then once again right at the end of the mission. Here we have to break a... Go ahead.
I was going to say that's some genuinely cool tech. I love the Alistair form because of its movement. And I loved it in casual, and just seeing it just absolutely decimate the movement in this game is delightful.
Yeah, it's really cool. There, we use the grenade launcher from across the room to break open this door. And then we're going to have a couple of more nobody fights. And then the big time to climb. That's like the big hype moment at the end of the run, I feel. You get excited, chat, if you have like a monk a steer or like a steering emote. That's the perfect time to use it. It's time to climb. Is the Cosmo Climb invented by a buddy of mine, DE Cosmic, longtime DMC speedrunner. Basically the same exact thing, except for it's a lot harder and it saves a lot more time. Hopefully Spence here will use that vortex to fly up at a plasma and skip all the platforming in that room. Saves like 30 plus seconds if you get it perfectly. Very cool trick. And the unfortunate part about it is if you don't do it like right off the rip, it's really hard to save. Like it's really hard to get another attempt at it.
I think max is probably 2 attempts. and not on an any percent run because we don't have that much DT. All collectibles, we have a bit more Devil Trigger that we can actually get a couple more attempts out of it, and 100% we've probably got a full bar at this point. So maybe you could squeeze 3 attempts out, but yeah, ideally we want it first try, so I'm gonna shut up.
You got this. Okay, we take those. Not the perfect climb, but made it up top. Let's go. Huge. Fantastic work there, Spence.
Oh, absolutely.
And now we have Undis, mission 22. This mission is basically just 2 boss fights, and this boss is brutal. We are going to see a bit of a cheese on the first phase here. Basically, the director of this game, Kamiya, loves arcade games, loves Harrier shooters. So he's like, screw it, we're putting one in this game right at the end. We're changing genres, I don't care. And it's awful. But fortunately, if you have Devil Trigger, you can throw a big dragon at the boss and does a ton of damage. And so you can just use Devil Stars to refill your Devil Trigger and then just spam him with dragons. It is actually a little bit faster to fight him normally if you just mash really hard. But that is way harder. So it is much, much safer to do it like this, and I respect it heavily. The second phase, also back to normal gameplay, but very difficult and a little bit scary. We're just gonna jump in the lava and say, screw this boss's mechanics and just beat him up. We're just gonna take his lunch money, standing in lava, aura farming, not caring, and just slandering the man.
Honestly seems correct.
Legit the safest strategy in many scenarios, because that boss is very scary. So the best way to stop little bro from beating you up is to smack the controller out of his hand and not let him play the game. You know, just take him out before he got a chance.
True. You ever see those memes where, like, you see the little guy and someone's just got their hand on their head and they just can't fight? It's exactly what we've just done.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now we're on the final mission. We're coming to a close. Our time here is almost up. Dumping another holy water for good measure on the nobodies. But we've collected everything. We have done all the secret missions. I think we could say all collected, basically. We just have to beat the game. And of course, Capcom gives us an extremely generous timer to escape. So we might, you know, fly out of the island and then get to just sit there and wait for like 3 minutes before it explodes. On our way out, we're gonna fight Mundus one more time though, and this time he's gonna get dumped on by Vortex. Vortex, fun fact about Vortex, it actually does more damage if you spam the button than holding the button. That saves like 3 seconds on the boss fight here, actually.
Yeah. I don't know why or how. I think it's because I'm guessing the damage rolls from the first initial hit from Vortex is higher, whereas the continuous damage rolls that you get normally
is lower.
Is a lot lower, yeah.
I think it's just because Kamiya wants you to destroy your hands, personally. That's my take.
There's a lot in this game where mashing just seems to do.
Press the button faster, yeah.
It looks like we have a winner.
Jackpot.
Okay. Time will be coming up shortly. Once we...
One more Harrier section for good measure.
Get the hell out of here.
If you hold down on the right analog stick, you finish the section 10 seconds faster.
What?
Yeah.
The plane flies faster.
Do not hold the right analog stick up.
Yeah, you'll die. Actually, you'll die.
Yeah. And hold on. Time.
GG.
GG.
Fun fact, I lost a world record run to holding the analog stick the wrong way.
Wait, really?
I genuinely did. I've lost 2 world record runs in this game. One for that, and another is because I didn't have the red orbs to pay for one of the doors.
Oh my god.
It's insane.
Classic.
But as you can see there as well, looking at the total results at the end, There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 out of 23 S ranks. So we always say that the All Collectibles run is a massive, massive big gateway into anyone who may be looking to run 100%, or just for a bit of added challenge on top of the normal any percent kind of run as well. But yeah, that was All Collectibles, and I think the record for this at the moment is about 54 minutes real time. There was a time that we didn't think sub 1 hour was possible, and then there's been so many runners over the past year or so just absolutely decimating this run. Waifu, myself, Flannels, Out with a Yang, just to name a few. But yeah, I love this game, I love this series, I love this community, and there's not really much more I can say about it, to be honest. I think Waifu's covered all the bases. Should have really been his run, really. I've just kind of been a proxy.
No, you did fantastic.
You knocked it out of the park on this run, and Waifu, you've been a fantastic commentator. Absolutely, like,
thank you.
Yeah.
Killed it on commentary.
Literally. And this game, because you could probably tell from what Waifu was explaining, where I'm having to think of 5 different things at once. Where's my orb count? What items do I have? What's in the next room? What boss is at the end of this section? How do I fight that boss? Is there anything I need to get a backup of? And to try and explain that whilst also simultaneously doing it is very, very tricky. So having someone who's as knowledgeable as myself on this, and especially when it's someone like Waifu, is a really big help. So I want to just obviously shout out Waifu runs every single time. You know, a legend in the game, man. And couldn't be happier to say he's a friend and in the communities that we are. And also shout out to DE Cosmic, because I don't think without his tutorial for the any percent run I'd be here. So yeah, definitely shout out DE Cosmic, and of course Maxi Lobes, the pioneer of this run at GDQ. So definitely shout outs to the entire community on this, and shout out to Amber and the staff for having me. You know, it's been a dream to get on an event like this, so to be asked to do so is an honor, to be honest. And apologies for the little technical glitch in the middle there.
You have nothing to apologize for. These things happen.
It happens. It's never happened before. That's the only thing.
I mean,
so yeah,
if it's gonna happen now, at least it happened right when it was right after a save and quit, you know?
Exactly. You know, memes on memes on memes.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I really appreciate giving the opportunity to be in on here, and yeah, hopefully I can come back in the future, and we'll do Devil May Cry 2 at some point. Who said that?
It has been delightful.
I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it, yeah.
It's been delightful having y'all on, and I'm very much looking forward to your run of this category again on Fast Pace for Pride over on Fast Pace Events channel. You'll be doing the same category, All Collectibles, on the Sunday of the marathon, November 30th, and that's going to be around